All right, crazy day, really crazy day. The Pope died. However, I'm not exactly sad about that. Nothing went wrong at work. Everything went really well. And finally, after forever, my hair. I can finally actually wear my hair without needing to wear a hat because I bought some nice glue and I fixed my headphones. So I got my covers back on, and it feels so much better. So I've been playing other games. For instance, X4 Foundations, Fallout New Vegas, Squad, Hell Let Loose, and primarily I've been on Steam and playing on my PC, putting in a lot of time over there. World of Tanks has been the last thing on my mind now for the past 2 months, but Chaos, he reached out and he bought me four camos and the new tank that was released, so I'm actually going to log in and check that out. Because I don't want to spend any money on World of Tanks just because everything that they've been doing, I haven't been agreeing with at all. Oh yeah, Helldivers 2 as well. Elite Dangerous, they're getting ready to release a new ship, so I'm waiting for them to add it before I jump on and buy that. And I'm getting ready to restart my playthrough of Armored Core 6 because I never reached out and actually played through that. Lists, I think I bombed your name, but hello. Squad 44, I absolutely wish there were more people that played Squad 44. If you guys have played War Thunder, Squad 44 is just War Thunder with a fully manned crew with actual players. So if your tank needs a four-man crew, then you can get a four-man crew inside that tank and have an absolute blast with it. Is there no audio? No, it's loading screens, of course. Okay, there's the audio. And I gotta skip that because they're not a fan of doing anything that benefits the player. They give us all the finger. Your premium time has expired. Of course it expired. I stopped playing. Alright, what the hell's Warlords? Warlords, War Chest are here. Get more of what you want, including free XP, gold, days of premium. Yeah, and then premium tanks. Okay, Captured King Tiger. The only way I will ever recommend the Captured King Tiger is the day that they buff it. It's still not buffed, so still not worth buying. I might be back lists. Like, it really depends whenever I look at the store. For instance, let me do this. Let me jump over to... The moment I logged on and I saw the absolute joke of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, was literally the last day I played because they did my boy Raphael wrong.
Oh, he might be
Like,
streaming
I
too.
swear they made
Actually, I think he is streaming.
all those people. Speaking of which, why is this? Okay, there we go. I can pause that. This was a video lineup from about 3 months ago where I'm playing with Clone Guy and a couple of other guys. Clone Guy jumped in, and
Oh, he might be
we
streaming.
were having some fun. And I was gonna send these to the editor, but I never sent them off because I outright just disappeared. I completely lost interest in the game across the board. And I did a couple of test files a little while ago, and now I can't remember where anything is. We got a 10-minute file here. I did a couple of War Robot replays that I got on my PC, because that was another game I was looking at getting into, but then that one for me also died out pretty quick because of what they were doing. Defeat, what is this?
Somebody
Oh yeah,
needs
War,
heals.
War Robots.
Fucking rockets.
Yeah. Having a lot of fun. I made it into gold. I'm on my way to platinum. But I've slowed down quite a bit instead. I got a lot of War Robot replays. Holy crap. There's like 40 of them in here. There's some monstrous games. I can't find the... Unless this is it. Nope, that was a video test from forever ago. I was redoing settings and then I never... this might be it. Yeah, we'll leave bleeping the huzzah, but seriously, like, yeah, I was going to send this to my editor, but as I was looking through this, I got so angry because I was showing Pell and a couple of the other guys. Like, for instance, right here, the bundle is 25,400, okay? And this is malicious. This is, in my eyes, this is beyond malicious in so many ways. Because whenever you look at it from here, it is $100 for 2,500 gold. Okay? Which means you now need to spend $5 more to buy the tank. So now it takes 2 purchases rather than the 1 to get the Tetradome, which is a premium tank. Yeah, that is 100, and it's more than $105. Okay? And the moment I saw this was the moment I just got off. I made this, how long is this? A 35-minute rant about all of this to Pell and Krieg on Discord as they were watching, and I was showing them all the make-believe tanks that we're dealing with, and they were absolutely blown away by how ridiculous the pricing is and how ridiculous some of the tanks are within the game. Because I hate to do it. I really hate to do it, but I'm here, and I think it's a joke. Like, to me, it is the most irritating thing whenever I get on to do something, and then the first thing I see is Wargaming giving everyone the finger by saying, huh? You're not broke enough. We need more of your money. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to take it. So I've turned into... a helper on a couple of Discords instead. Like all the time that I've put into X4 Foundations, I started jumping over to their Discord and people who are asking questions. Originally, I was the guy asking questions, but now I'm the guy answering the questions. Oh, I know it's OP. Like, there's a reason why I didn't even play during the time that it was released. I knew for a fact that the Tetradome was going to be one of the most game-breaking tank destroyers in the game. That we thought the Terran was bad? No, the Tetradome takes the icing of the cake. Alright? And the reason why is because if you are to look at any other TD at tier 10, all of these TDs, that's a massive TD. That's a massive, 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 massive. Let me find the smallest TD on my list that I can think of. That is probably 268 version 5. This will surprise you. This is actually a decently small tank inside the actual matchmaking. Okay. 263, this is actually a decently large tank, but it's kind of small. We can go look at the Terran, because it's in my garage. This is a massive tank. All right. Now, if we go to light tanks and we look at tier 10, the Sheridan, that's a good sized tank. T249. Is this thing still broken? Well, based upon what I'm looking at, yes, it is still broken, that they haven't nerfed it yet. Manticore. It's a midget. This thing is so freaking tiny. All right. It is beyond tiny of a tank. And they were all like, okay, let's take the smallest tank that is actually capable of utilizing the smallest bushes in the game to passive scout inside of. Okay? And let's make it a tank destroyer that does more damage than every other tank in the game. How'd that turn out, Wargaming? Because it looks like you broke the game again. And I'm allergic to bullshit. I got a sneeze coming up. Then you got the EBR 105, movement mechanics that are still absolute trash, that they haven't adjusted in God knows how long. You know, just for me, I got burnt out and I quit. And I'm coming back today because, you know, saying thank you to Chaos. I am going to put a little bit of time in while I'm not streaming, while I am streaming. This is a massive freaking tank. A lot of people don't realize this, but like the Chi-Nu, the tier 5 Chi-Nu, is the same size as the Tiger 2. I wonder how... This thing is massive. Oh my goodness. Take a look at the height of the stand right there. And then we're going to go heavy tank, German, and we're going to look at the Tiger. Yeah, see, that tier 8, that thing is Holy crap, that thing is huge. We're going to come back to it. Type 63, it's a little bit on the shorter side. And then you come to the Kami. Yeah, this thing is as big as a Tiger, too. 230, 180, 170. It seems like it's got decent armor. Ooh, 100 millimeter top plate at a very decent angle. 10 degrees of gun depression, more than likely. Yeah, 10 degrees. Elevation at 13. Ouch. Aim time at 2 seconds. That's really good. Accuracy during rotation, 1.32. Accuracy during movement, 2.52. This is gonna be 9.3 second base reload. That can get down to 6.7 is what I want to say at the top of my head. I'm going to put a commander on this real quick. Orochi. I'm also going to redo... Now I'm going to leave the commander the way he is. We're going to do a optics. We're going to do basic loadout, loader, ventilation, and then 6.96 without a premium consumable. We're going to throw a premium consumable on. Boop. This new controller I got, it feels really weird. Okay, 6.61. I was 0.9 off. Still a really good guess. What was that, 215? 215? Nice. 50 rounds. 320. 880, 1000, 1000 shell velocity. Not bad. I'm being honest, this actually looks like a good tank. What's the side armor? 40? Ouch. 122 overmatch. And then 20 mil. Everything's going to overmatch the under armor if you're overpulling. Ooh, that roof is useless. Oh, that roof is beyond useless. Oh, no, that roof. I mean, don't get me wrong. If they're spamming you premium, you're not going to hold up to anything. But that roof... Yeah, that is heat paradise. An Orochi can overmatch that. Because an Orochi can't overmatch 49mm blades. Even though it's a 150. This thing needs a buff. You know, now that I'm actually back on, there is one tank I want to look at. Because something tells me they never buffed it. They just left it alone. And pretended like no one complained about it. I guarantee that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. They didn't give us the autoloader because they know so much about the game. They know it's so much better. Why did I log on? Oh, I know why I log on. YouTube paid me out. GM, hey, what's up? Yeah, I got paid today by YouTube. I got $102.25, and I'm not keeping any of it. I'm actually going to be giving it to Huzzah because he did really good work. I'm not behind on anything with him. I'm actually quite ahead. So I made a deal with Huzzah that all the income off of the channel will go to him until it hits a certain point, and then it'll be split down the middle. But for me, it's kind of like he wanted to... It's a good deal in my eyes. Because I don't really care if I make money off YouTube. I'm happy where I'm at. Happy making a decent income. You know, as long as I'm comfortable, that's all that matters to me. Skill-wise. Off-road driving, steady aim, track mechanic, run leader, last stand. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not 100% sure. Silent driving is what I'm missing, because it's a medium tank. That's what it was. I'm going to put silent driving on it. So this is going to get respec. Single skill. That is the best update they've ever done, allowing me to swap one skill, not 10 of them. Oh, it's Nord. Awesome. That's why it's GM. Grandmaster. Oh, and it's the anime crew, so I'm going to pull my hair out. He also bought me 4 different skins, so I'm wondering... Is this it? The Merc? German? Czechoslovakian? And Italian. The Celebration one. Speaking of which, I've been gone for a while. How's the BZ-176 doing? Is that thing not performing well in Matchmaker, like I predicted? Oh, Polka Dot Winter? That just looks like cancer. Well, that's a German. It's a Czechoslovakian. Oh, it's your initials for your real name? Okay. Italian, and then mercenary. So I can't put it on any of these. But, I mean, this is a Japanese tank, so you can go bamboo. I got the bamboo. I think I got 4 of these. I think I actually bought a collection of the bamboo. So that is what I'm going to do. There we go. Alright, so now what I got to do is I can't remember anything. Reload shell, right in the D-pad, handbrake, down, right. Down and right. This new controller, so the V2 for the Razer controllers, that thing was absolute trash. I will never buy another one of those. And then the V3, I'm not a fan of Xbox One controllers, and I've never been a fan of their controllers. I like the old 360 design, which is why I keep on buying the Wolverine tournament controllers. But every single time I buy the tournament controllers, my RB always goes out. So I kind of want to go after a newer controller and see if it goes past, 2 years before it breaks on me. Because I always make it to the end of the warranty and then it breaks. That's how it goes, though. You buy a washer and it takes a dump. Oh, I'm fat fingering everything. This is not the day to play either. I'm going to be so off. It's going to suck. And also, they don't have any presets on these button assignments, so it gets really annoying. That is X. A. Y. B, so I can be lazy. And then since this controller doesn't have any save presets, it makes it really weird whenever I switch over to PC. Because I have to put the save on the controller on the Xbox and then swap over to unplug it from the Xbox and then plug it into the PC. So it gets really weird. Dying in like 6 months? Dude, I believe that. I really do. Bumpers always stop working. You have to take... Yeah! Or like you get sticky buttons for like no reason. Like they're just out of nowhere, they get really sticky. Dude, this thing is massive. Top tier? Top tier, okay. Honestly, I feel like I need to remove the decoy tag, just because I am beyond rusty at the moment. Oh, that crew is going to drive me insane. That's really good turret traverse. Handbrake and reload. Dude, T-Deck, man, I believe you to the fullest, man. The bot, like, okay. After this match is over, I'm gonna play this match. I'm gonna, put a second into it, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on a rant. But for this rant, it is gonna be about other things. Panther 88, man. Why do people always do this? This is World of Tanks in a nutshell, by the way. Yep, World of Tanks in a nutshell. That's what I get for not playing for a while, and then coming back. Velocity net? What is velocity? Like, I've been gone for a while. Alright, anyways, back to what I wanted to talk about, what I wanted to say. On my channel, a little while ago, I mentioned that this is not the right... Brain fart. I gotta fix my screen. I did that for full screening it like that to brain fart. I was recording for the admins on Squad because a guy was being really inconsiderate with everybody. Just an absolute dick. X4. Oh, speaking of which, dude, I have the weirdest mouse you'll ever see in your life. Is my cam on this one? Oh, it's on this one. Cam. All right, this is my mouse. I had to replace it. It's a vertical mouse. All right, it is the weirdest mouse I've ever used in my life because it's a vertical. And it's real easy to use. It's actually kind of relaxed. But on my channel, I posted a video that is in relation to like the news updates and everything else that is coming out in terms of like legislation that is going on in legislation that's going on in the UK. 10 days ago I put this up. I kind of hope that a couple of you guys actually watch this because this is huge in terms of like the gaming industries. This is going to make such a massive difference that they talked about purchases that need to match the actual pricing. That, for instance, purchases that are, let's say, $5 over the maximum amount that you can spend inside of something, you know, to get your hands on in a tank, and then out of nowhere, it's like you need to invest an extra $5. That is a malicious. It is a form of malicious pricing because it forces you to spend the money, like the extra little bit of cash to get the item. And it's soon going to be outlawed in the UK, is their entire goal. And I'm not sad about it in the slide. Is this a tier 10 or is this a tier 8? This better be a tier 8. No, that damage outright says tier 10. And I don't see it say tier 10 anywhere on this. I don't see tier 10. It doesn't tell me what this is. I bring this up. Does this help me? No, this doesn't say. All right, I don't see a silver earn rate bonus, which means that, yeah, this is tier 10. And you see, this is another reason why I'm sick of World of Tanks, because every single season pass is tier 10, tier 10, tier 10. Let's introduce the absolute worst players into tier 10. It's a tier 9. It doesn't matter. The fact is, it's a top tier. Tier 9 is top tier. Okay? If you're playing a tier 9, you get to go against tier 7. And whenever you're going against tier 7 and tier 9, you get to absolutely destroy Mojave Wasteland. Oh. I'm going to stick with it. All right. Because the game became for children. I wouldn't even say children. Like, World of Tanks is turning into World of Gambling. The box reworks, the fact that the game is actually past the date for PEGI 18, so they got away with PEGI 12, because the game was made before they did the new update to the system. But if they were to redesign this gambling system that they have inside this game, they would actually be required by law, by PEGI, to label it as PEGI 18. By law. I actually had a lawyer look into this, and that ran me $800, and I had him go over the entire system. He looked over at a couple of Reddit threads, he looked at the Discord threads and everything, and he said based upon all the information that he was able to get his hands on for the game and the entire system behind it, if the game was designed in 2024 or 2025, it would be required by law to be labeled as PEGI 18. I paid a legal expert to look into it. And then after he did that, and I got a little interview with him, I never uploaded it. I just quit. I outright went to other places. For instance, I pull up Steam here and I look at Helldivers. I'm sitting on 220 hours now. Hell Let Loose, 345 hours. That's jumped up 100 hours in the past 3 months. Elite Dangerous on PC, I've only got 658 hours. I haven't touched it since they released the Cobra Mark V. Armored Core, got 12 hours on it, so I'm super stoked about getting back to that. Baldur's Gate, 169. Nice. That's probably going to be hitting 269 pretty soon. And then X4 Foundations that I bought 2 months ago is sitting at 534 hours. So I put 500 hours into a game in 2 months. I put a lot of time into a single game 2 months. And I'll tell you now. It's fun, but once you learn how stupid the NPCs can be, you can take full advantage of it, and then it takes all the fun out of it. I preferred being dumb. There are days that I wish I could hit a reset button on my brain to forget how to play something, so I could enjoy it again. But, you know, this is reality. I need to have a really bad head injury if I want that to happen. My grandpa's the one with the head injury, and I don't want it. So, yeah. It has been a minute since I've streamed, though. That is for sure. For sure. Also, just remember, I mentioned this a while ago. If you guys see scams pop up, make sure you report them. That's all I do. I usually, like, my message gets deleted by the person that made the post. Like, I put down it's a bot, just report. So I'm going to see how fast these things get moved and deleted. Like, that's my enjoyment in logging on Xbox anymore, is watching bots get banned. Because Xbox is turning into a bot farm. And also, what's up with the bots and the name Kylie? They're both Kylie, spelled different ways. Alright, top tier. Dude, this is a horrible match. There are 5 tier 8s per team, 1 tier 7, and then a slaughterfest against tier 6. I got 200 millimeters of turret armor, and there is not a single tank on the enemy team, except for maybe the TDs, that can actually pin the turret. The fact that they're not doing 357 matchmaking makes it horrible. PC complains about 357, but I've seen PC players watch console and say our matchmaking looks like absolute garbage. Because it is. Our matchmaking is trash. Utter trash. Dude, devs from 2010 had better matchmaking. It sucks. Speaking of which, what games am I really getting into now? Ooh, I'm looking to try and become an admin on a squad server for TIE Fighters. That is I'm excited about that. I got to invest like another 200 hours and then reapply for the admin program. For those of you that don't know what squad is, just look up squad, tank combat, or marksman role. Those are the 2 roles I like. I like to fat finger it from 300 meters away. There's actually a YouTuber that does squad content. I really like his voice. He sounds like Pierce from like MW2. It is just like ear sex every single time I hear him talk. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. And then there's me with like a partial wisp. That whenever I catch myself doing it, I really focus on not doing it. Yeah, I'm not even afraid to push out. I'm not afraid to push out, and I haven't played in 2 months. And I already feel like in a matter of like a couple of minutes, I'm going to be back up to my old standard. That's what's not fun about World of Tanks. It's just things don't change. Once you learn how to do something, you tend to not forget how to do it. I mean, especially whenever the only thing he did was like super brain fart everything. Alright, there's one thing I will forget to do, and that's double check my map every single like 3 seconds. Good reverse speed, 20. Really good reverse speed. I'm not going to be able to out-trade him unless he doesn't have a gun rammer. Another thing, like, I've been looking in the War Thunder, and I'm really thinking about downloading the official launcher for War Thunder on PC and restarting all of my grinds on PC. Because it looks 1,000 times better than playing on console, because you actually have all the controls. So I am considering swapping completely to War Thunder, because honestly, like, the realism is so much better, and the mechanics are just so janky and fun. This 40 side. There we go. See, and this is just a steamroll. Like, there was nothing fun about this. Except for we're losing. And I need to fall back. If I don't fall back, I am at the last tier. Nope, there are 2 tier 8s left, me and a light tank. So I need to make sure that I reserve my hit points as long as I can. And maintain what I have. As long as I can do that, this can be a comeback. The T-44, that's 4 shots maybe. I don't think it's going to be a comeback. This is just a steamroll. Oh, hello, artillery. I completely forgot that you still exist. It's alright. Every single game that's got tanks has got their bullshit mechanic vehicles in it as well. Oh, you're running a 122. And the Indy Ponziv looks like he's playing like a bot. Yeah, dude, I hate Cass. Liz, I hate Cass with a passion. Like an absolute passion. Well, not a bad tank. I don't mind it. I'm pretty sure it does decent. It's got the penetration. It's got the gun handling. I'd say it would be a hand down good pickup. Good pickup. It's a Japanese giant medium tank. So you're huge. I guarantee this thing is freaking huge. I want them to add in and actually, what was the free range? 520. That's 523? That's really good. What was the base? Oh my god. Was it Japan? Cam. What's your view range? Is it 400 base? My blind is 400 base. Feels like it's more. 520. 523 is the average 400. That is right. Yeah. So, gun handling feels good. I mean, all the guns in the game feel good because of, one perk called Steady Aim. That's literally it. Steady Aim is the most broken perk in the game. Well, that one match told me that nothing's changed. Nothing, well, just those 2 matches, nothing has changed. And then they got offers again. Still, right here. You see, this is World War II. And in offers, that's World War II, and that's shit war. So please, correct that. Put it where it's supposed to be. It's not in the right spot. They're still wet. I'm streaming. That's why I stopped it. I'll start it back up here in a moment. And I'm in a laundry room. Show me the bunny. No. How about I show you what I think of the game, and I go to another game that I'm enjoying a little bit better. Anyways, guys, I think I'm done with World of Tanks. I really do. Because I'm going to put time in. I'll try and get a review out on that commie, and I'll be honest about it, but I have been burnt so many times. And the moment I saw them add Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to the game, and then they went out of their way to essentially make it to where you had to spend extra money to get the tank. So rather than $100, which is already an obsessive amount of money, then they want to push people to give them even more cash. Well, you want to see where my cash went, Wargaming? Let me show you. Let me go to my paint job here. A paint job is where my cash went, Wargaming, on a different game. And you want to know what's cool about this paint job? I don't need to pay to apply it to each and every single mech. I own the paint job, Wargaming. I can put it on everything. And they're robots. What is hard? Nah, what is expensive? Anyways, guys, you can tell I'm angry. Every single time I think about World of Tanks anymore, I get irritated, I get frustrated, I get absolutely upset. Because the one game I grew up with has become an absolute cash grab. Is what it has turned into. It is no longer a game I enjoy. And it sucks to say that because I grew up on it. So, I'm going to put a couple of matches into War Robots because this is a game I'm actually enjoying a lot more because I'm in gold. And the season ends in 49 days and I've only put a couple of matches into it. Well, not a couple. More like 150 matches. And I'm actually up to gold really freaking quick, to be honest with you, in 150 games. So, I got 150 more games to see if I can make it into, I think it's like a Orichalcum. So I got Platinum, Diamond. No, it's this one, 2400. So I need to really grind out to get into the top ratings. But I know for a fact I can make it to Emerald this season without a problem, or Diamond. And you see, there's a ranked inside this game. A ranked that actually has me involved. Because I'm enjoying it. Anyways, guys, take it easy. I know you don't want to watch this, so I'm out of here.